Well, everybody, welcome back to the shop. I've already filmed this intro once, but I lost the footage. So I'm filming it again. Today was a beautiful day in Oklahoma, and I am building another land leveler. The difference on this land leveler is I saw a young man in, I believe, Australia doing some work, and he had a 4-in-1 bucket on the front of his machine, and his land leveler, the bucket would just grip and he could go and use it and do what he needed to do, and then he could drop it, do more material work, moving material or whatever with the bucket, pick it back up, keep grading. And I thought, that's just perfect. I mean, that's a really ingenious idea. And I had some scrap steel, as I always have, laying around the shop, and thought, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can't build a land leveler that we can use with a 4-in-1 bucket. So the first part of the video that was lost was basically cutting up the material. I mean, giving you the general dimensions. Not a lot of talking in this video. This is 45.5 inches wide, so under 48 inches, so 45.5 inches wide. My machine's 42 inches wide. That way it clearly gets the tracks whenever I grade backwards with it. And it's 46 inches long. And the front up here will have a 1/4 inch cutting bar welded to the front. So it's spaced up a little differently so I can weld it to the front. So at this point in the video, when I'm filming this intro again, I've already welded up the frame, I've welded up the cross members, I've put these bracing in, and this bracing here, this is where I have to design the grip. You know, what are the angles of the bucket whenever you go in from the back and the front, so I can grip it just perfect. I don't want to use the hydraulic force and deform my bucket. So I've got to get the angles right so that it fits in just perfect, and then I'll add some extra strength in there so that I don't just tweak my bucket. It is a Wolverine from an auction, so you know, there's always a chance that I'll tweak. But that's where we're at now. So this is 45.5 inches wide, 46 inches long. It's got 2 supports here. These are spaced 12 inches from inside. That leaves a 17 inch in the middle there. I wanted to make sure that I didn't put all the weight in the center of it. I didn't want it to be just on the outside of it. That way I can be a little off and it'll still, the bucket will still grab it. But I thank you guys so much. We hit 400 subscribers this weekend. Thank you. That means the world to me. I appreciate the comments I get. I appreciate the communication, the feedback. I appreciate talking with all of you. And thank you so much for subscribing. I'd like to remind you, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and forward this to a friend. Leave a comment. Any and everything helps out the channel, helps me feel encouraged to bring more content to you. I hope you enjoy this, but thank you for everything. If you have a question, let me know. You have an idea, let me know. I'd be happy to hear it and see if it's something we can implement in a future project. So this is the intro. I'm going to cut to basically just working, a little bit of music in the background, no other talking until we're done, but I just wanted to refilm this. So hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, and please enjoy. Okay, team, here we go. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to make some mount system for this, and I was just thinking, I've got all these angles, the bucket has angles, everything else. I don't want to deform the bucket, so I don't want to put a lot of tension in one area of the bucket. And then it just came to me, I've got this 6-inch channel. Use it. This gives a 21-inch piece. The bucket's 48 inches wide. It gives a 21-inch piece here that has clamp on both sides to secure the bucket. If I see the bucket having a little flex in it, I can always go reinforce the bucket where I need to. But there you go. So two 21-inch pieces here. That's the outside of this. Welded in, nice and sturdy, plenty of weight. And this right here is a spring hanger, right, for U-bolts on an axle. So axle hanger, I guess. This is why you never throw anything away. Looking down here, this was 6 1/4 inches. I'm like, what can I get? I can cut something off, this, that, and the other. I just want to add some force. I don't need a lot, but just the bucket clamping that I don't want this to tweak anything. I want it to stay where it is. So it just needed some brace. And here you go. Pulled it out of the scrap pile. It was for a project years ago that is long finished and gone. And I don't know that I could use this for much of anything else, but piece of steel that I had, perfect brace. Let me fire up the mini skid. We will clamp onto this, pick it up off the table, and you will have the first look at whether or not this is a good idea or if it's a bad idea. Am I going to be useful, or did I waste some time and quite a bit of scrap steel? Maybe so much that it wouldn't be scrap, because these were full 24-foot sticks that I had. But I don't know. Let's fire it up and see. There's always a bit of nervousness and excitement on a project like this. Ooh, there you go. So it clamps on. Let's pick up. Let me get the camera and we'll have a look at it. Okay, so look at how this bucket's built, and this could not have been better. The bucket's got a little indentation here and a cutting edge, and it has a cutting edge welded on here. And I tell you what, that is a blessing of our Lord Jesus Christ. I could not have designed that any better, and I was wondering what I was going to do. Look at that. That is perfect. Look at that. I did not know how I was going to do that. And that 6-inch channel is absolutely perfect. That's going to give so much rigidity right there. I am not worried about my bucket deforming. Underneath there, you can see it's biting in, holding. There's some dirt. But that is so much better than I could have thought. Be able to put that down on the ground, use the float function, and drag forwards or backwards and just smooth out dirt. And what's even better, got a gap right here. So if you build up dirt, you're not really gonna pull it into your bucket necessarily. But I don't know. Oh my goodness. tickle me pleased as punch. This worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Now, proof is in the usage, so I've got to take this thing out and use it. But just the design, the layout, that 6-inch channel, I could not have gotten any luckier. So I kind of put it on my mind. I have that. Don't make it too difficult. Keep it simple. And I did. And wow, that's perfect. Okay, well, hey, let's go find some dirt we can level, see how well it works. And that's pretty exciting. So let's go try it out. Hey, thanks so much for sticking to the end to watch the video. I appreciate it. If you're not already a subscriber, click right up here. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to our channel. YouTube thinks you'd really like this video right here. Please feel free to watch. And if you want to see some of my favorite videos, all with my mini skid steer and working, follow this link right here. Thanks so much. Have a great day.